Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm Lipstickpaddy, your host, and today on the Kickstarter Spotlight is Ruination. Now, if you've been watching my channel at any time, you'll know that post-apocalyptic is my favorite genre, and this one has my blood boiling with excitement. So let's go to the intro. When they came out of the shelters, it was the first time to see the new world. Most that came out were born within the shelters, and only a few knew of how the world came close to ending. Some shelters, more equipped than others, rose into the new world to form hordes of mentality. Colonies bound to war with others. Others wander as exiles that may look innocent, but take a good look at them before trusting them. This place is not that trusting anymore. But most are just looking for work, because water is the new currency on this plane of land. But whatever the future brings, the present is called the Ruination. Oh man, I'm loving the lore of this game. It's like the beginning story, the pre-story of how the Mad Max world came together. Oh yeah, and much to see in this Kickstarter, much to see, so I won't be standing here much talking. Let's quickly go to the Kickstarter, but first we must listen to this. The next social stretch goal on KiS 102.4 is the 250 subscriber. Subscribe today and unlock new music that will change the music in all the videos in the future. You could be part of the evolution. Alright, this is Ruination. Man, it does look good. I'm only a $1 pledge at the minute due to getting a little bit worried about this project because it's had such a slow start. Many games are flying through their goal in the first day, and this one is struggling, which is why we're bringing it onto our Monday show. Now, the reason I'm $1 backing this is I'm a Kickstarter person that only kickstarts a project if and only if it blasts through its Kickstarter goals. This is why I love Kickstarter daily unlocks, because you know you're getting all the content out the gate, therefore you're not going to $1 pledge it, you're going to commit to it straight off. And I know $1 pledging it is not committing to the goal, but I'm just $1 pledging it, so I'm getting the updates as they come through each day, and like many, I will come in on the very end of the project to upgrade my pledge. But at the minute, it is struggling for attention. I don't know why. Love this video, love it. I do love it. I wish the video was a little bit longer as it progressed from the lore and then would progress into how this gameplay works. I wish that was kind of in the video, but it is what it is. Now, coming down here, the first thing that hits you is this kind of low resolution image of the game board, and it doesn't look that good because of that. When we go further down the page, you have much better ones, and I don't know why they don't push these to the top, because this does not leave a good front cover when you come down this page. You know, most people don't watch these videos, and as we come down, you know, you might be put off fairly soon. But yeah, certainly a fresh take on post-apocalyptic theme, definitely. It's a dude and dudettes on the map type of area control, and for me it is very, very exciting. It does smell like this could be pulled from Kickstarter and come back later in the year as a stronger project, because March is a killer month, as February was. And so I am worried, only less than 500 backers of this. It does seem like it might get pulled, but hopefully not. Hopefully there's a strong resurgence and it just goes off the raid, goes off completely, bang. It needs to go like gangbusters though, I think, to stop that happening. Anyhow, art style, love it. I love all post-apocalyptic art style. It just evokes the world. What I like about this one is, though, there's a lot of animals. You can see people on horses and wolves even at this stage. So at the early stage of this post-apocalyptic world, it's kind of animals are still trusting of humans, and you can see here people with birds, you know, a bit of falconry inside, which is really cool. Yeah, the world ended so long ago that no one remember its name. I'll let you soak in this lore yourself. It is fairly interesting. This is the guy that's kind of ruling the world, is the Khan, the boss, the El Jefe. You know, I wondered if it would have been nice to actually have the Khan as a female. I know post-apocalyptic seems to be too much masculinity, and at least Mad Max, the recent movie, brought in a bit more femininity, and I don't know, just would have been a nice take on it if they changed it from the Khan. It does look like he is in custom early stage of art though, so you know, he just looks like some kind of generic guy at the minute. It's more interesting a female that rises to power, in my opinion. And kind of would set it apart from other post-apocalyptic board games, which always have a dude running the shop. So yeah, you've got to set yourself apart in the post-apocalyptic world. At the end of the day, why do what your competitors are doing it? If you're going to do what your competitors are doing it, why are you doing it? Why bother? Is the Elon Musk philosophy. So yeah, interesting. Horde. The hordes are kind of what you're playing. So interesting groups of people you're playing with. They all have distinct minis, which is nice. They each have their own bit of lore. They each have their own abilities as well. So it's going to be asynchronous to the start. Horseback is a thing, even though there are weapons, melee weapons. Although you can see these arrows are only short bows, so they're not going to have huge distance. Neither are crossbows. Starting to get longer, the bow for longer range, but not seeing a 2-meter long sword, are we, from the British armies of the past. The great sniper weapon of the Middle Ages not come through. Interestingly, this kind of robotic guy for this disabled man, I do like the fact that there's still disabled people in the post-apocalyptic world that are coming through. It is fairly cool. Is it running on battery power, this thing? Does it recharge in the sun? I don't know how they're running it. I don't know how fuel is. The only talk in this world is of water, so maybe fuel is a thing. Look at this chicky dude. Did she used to work in a zoo and entrusted a snow leopard? Because how did she get trusted with a snow leopard? Anyway, interesting stuff. Now this guy looks like a small bear. If a guy's getting on it, I don't think a grizzly. I don't know. Grizzlies are fairly big. Again, did they come from a zoo? How did the animal entrust them? Pretty interesting stuff. And you know, they're coming far and wide to this place. Look at this guy. He looks like he's from one of the islands out in Samoa. Yep, looking cool. I don't know what this is on his shoulder. It kind of says, beware his cannon. Is he carrying these cannonballs around and they're going to fire from this, looks like wood thing? Very strange. Cool though. Like this Yizu, this falcon on the character. These exiles are cool because they're all wandering around. They're kind of mercenaries. And guns for hire or weapon for hire. riding a wolf. I think this could be part of the mutation of the animals that got so big. Something like that. I don't like how this miniature in the concept picture here, she's got a hand on it, and here it's the Hail Satan sign, which is not welcome at all. In fact, if I get this mini, I will be hair drying her fingers back down because I don't want to see Hail Satan sign. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, just look at the Catholicism symbology of demonology and you'll understand. Anyway, there you go. Move on from that one. Oleg, look at this guy. He's probably going to escalate his character into Mad Max, isn't he? Because he likes to show off skulls and stuff like that. He does have an interesting face. He's a bit like Leatherface. He must be ugly if he's wearing the face of other people. Maybe he was scarred or something. They seem to all evoke a we want to know more of your history, right? And if I go from the top here, look at the bases individually. They are all unique. I do like this. Ox particularly, as if she's going to be jumping off this thing at you. Negra is kind of the most boring one. It would have been nice to have the bear in a running, as if it was in a charge or something. That would have been cool. So yeah, they are quite interesting. Yizu here, what is he on? What is that? Batu, love that base, and yeah, they all look pretty cool. Oleg looking a little bit plain here, but yeah, it's pretty good. Now, if you see here, look, it's coming in at a $70 price pledge, and that's fairly good because if you look here, this is going to be a $100 box at retail, a $120 at the recommended retail price. Not to mention that in this $70 deal, you're getting this Kickstarter exclusive, and this is the one thing that for me is the problem, because they've announced it's 18 stretch goals, I think. And when we go down to the pledge manager, you'll see that the chance of them hitting 18 stretch goals is potentially a big ask of this campaign. If they do pull this and come back later in the year, I hope to see that the stretch goals just go as a daily unlock, because it's hurting the project. Excuse me, I think it is hurting the project. Anyway, it's a fantastic deal. Whatever way you look at it, a great deal. $70 for this big box and great expansion here. Is it going to be great though? That's the worry. Game board. What's interesting about it is that most of this is next to each other, because if you're on this pink spot here, you can ask the people in the middle, pay to go across here and just go to another part of the board. So potentially you can get attacked from many areas of the map at the same time. So it's a very dangerous world. It is pretty cool. These character boards here are horde boards. It would be nice to see some character art here instead of just the logo here. Yeah, I don't know. Can we get some art on here? I mean, it just looks, I don't know, devoid. You've got great art across the board in the game. Can we not put this on the horde boards? Battle board here looks plain as a slice of bread, doesn't it? I mean, there's just average. It really is just average. Horde minis here. We're getting carbon copied minis, which are a little bit of a problem, but it is dudettes and dudes on the map, so you're going to have a big army on the map. There is that. We are getting these individual exiles, and there's a nice height here, 36. These 26mm ones are just going to be tiny things like popping around. Many of them on the map. Cannon fodder, you might want to call them. Now this is where it gets interesting. these action cards and unique advantage cards and exile reference cards, you know, these stretch goals must be pushing these out, but we're not seeing this. Custom dice, all good, and lots of cardboard tokens that, you know, we don't know what the stretch goal would have turned these into. So we're not seeing the full vision of the project because the full stretch goals are not unpacked and unlocked. And yeah, it would have been better as a day one unlock. And, you know, if you just if you think putting daily stretch goals is a worry, just put your goal higher. You know, just that's all you need to do. But when people see the full extent of your project, that's what will boil the blood better. Like I say, I'm coming in here tentatively with my $1. That's my problem. Now this mat, I'll just go up here and remind you, $70 for the base game, 70, base game and the expansion. Brute. Base game, expansion, and a mat that costs $35. Ouch, $35 for the mat? So expensive. It is an absolute monster though. It's huge. If it had all the daily unlocks, or this campaign went off like gangbusters and it unlocked all their stretch goals, I would still go for this pledge. This map would look great with it so big. I do like the art, and we're still not seeing any high definition images of these, which we'll come to. No, this is just group buy stuff, and not too interested in that. Not even funded. Another exile coming in that we don't know about. This will come in when they get funded. Interesting. Over 45k. As you can see, card modules, I'm starting to get into content pushing, but yeah. Social stretch goal, improve the game box, has been unlocked. Upgraded rulebook, not even sure what that is, an upgraded rulebook. Upgraded means you get an index and Q&A, woohoo! An amazing A4 illustration, that's not going to get anyone exciting. This one though, the 400 followers, a new exile, mini and the reference card, someone called Yao. So yeah, not even breaking the social stretch goals. So yeah, I mean, it's in trouble. It is in trouble. What, the presence of the game, is that what's keeping it out from people backing it? I don't know. You've got how to play right down here. You might want to put this up the top, maybe near the top. How to play. You recruit enemies. You recruit your army. Of course, you've got to scavenge. This is post-apocalyptic. Gaining resources. Potentially, those resources are then going to help you get bigger armies. Movement here, you can obviously go next door to your territory, the adjacent territory. But yeah, you got to remember this big circle in the middle. That is what you can cross anywhere very quickly. Will this show it now? You've got the four corners. This in the middle, you can pay a resource to move through it. And the central one is very highly contested, has a lot of resources in here. But yeah, you can move through this middle bit, and when you move through it, you can just zip to any of these four corners. The only ones you can't automatically go to are the direct corner boards here. So it is an interesting strategic map setup. How to play. We've got a Man vs Meeple. Never Board Gaming preview. Still not here yet. Here's the designer. Oh, it is actually. Never Board Gaming is down here. Why have you got this fluff up here? Okay, it is here. That's the designer there. He is promoting himself out there, but I'm still not getting the buzz. Oh, Travis, trust me, if you have to delay the Kickstarter, just cancel it and come back later in the year. We'll all be here for you when you come back. Trust me, Travis. We do trust your project, and it's maybe just the climate of Kickstarter at the minute being so wedged. There is that. Look, you can click this watch it now. Why can't this be plugged in here? I don't know why we've got to go to an exterior site, but yeah, this is going to Twitch. Why back? To unlock all the pledge tiers to see what it is. Custom friendly to most places. We've got links here going to Board Game Geek to look at the designer. And this map, no Mexico on here, so I guess we're rest of the world 36. I'll take that bullet. I certainly will take the bullet. Hang on, brute pledge 40. I'll take the bullet. Still a chance though it'll come down with the USMCA, so we'll see. We'll certainly see. Now we can see here it's coming very late in 2021 for some countries. It depends where you are in the world. I think in Mexico it should be coming from the US hub, so that means February 2021. It's interesting how in December, I don't know, Asia seems to be getting it earlier than the US. I don't know why they're getting it earlier. It just seems strange. Rest of the world hub begin fulfillment. Begin fulfillment. Begin fulfillment. We're not interested in begin fulfillment. We want to know when it's being shipped. When does it get shipped? Are we all getting it shipped at the same time? I don't want to see different countries getting it at different times. Come on. Especially when the Australian one could be in May 2021. Asia in 2020 December. That is 6 months almost between them two. So, I don't know, a little bit confusing there. Of course, you've got to keep up with Colossal. You've got to visit us on Facebook. Of course, there's got social stretch goals to unlock peeps and getting this shirt out there. We need to get more people eyes on this project. Ooh. Man, it looks like it's going to a second Kickstarter. Unless there is a massive heap of people pouring into this project. You know, it is Colossal. They have a good history. And yeah, the only thing I don't like about this whole project is the guy leader, who seems to be generic at best. I want to see a female. I want to see a female. That will certainly shake up and make you feel different. I don't know, is it always interesting when you get a female that's taking over a lot of peeps? Anyway, moving away from this. So yeah, I do want to up my pledge, but it's not going to change the project if I do. There's a lot of us, look, 138 waiting to see where this project goes, and we're keeping up with the updates. The updates are just storyline. They can't really update us with telling us what the stretch goals are because we're not even near them yet. So, yeah. What can I say? I'm hopeful at best. Come on, post-apocalyptic fans out there. Have a look at this Kickstarter at least. See if it tempts you. I've checked all the videos out. It's certainly got my interest repeat, I do want to come in here and do a full pledge for the playmat. I'm a massive fan, like I've said. So, oh man. I don't know. I'm sorry that this Kickstarter spotlight has been full of sympathetic cries. But there we go. I guess it's because I love post-apocalyptic, and I'm sorry to see something not blow up. There we go. I think it should. Anyway, this is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm Lipstickpaddy. You take care, stay safe, and bye-bye for now.